I ran across this story, and we reached out to our friend Maria Lucé, who you can find online at theempoweredmom.com for some assistance on this one, because I've got a 12, soon-to-be 13-year-old Maria and an 11-year-old little girl. So the boy's the older one, and I'm panicked about this stuff. And I saw this article out there about sexting, and it's essentially a slang vernacular. It's texting words that these kids are using that parents don't understand, right? And they get away with it. This is scary stuff.
No, and it's very real. And by the way, good morning to everyone. Thank you for having me. I love being on with y'all. I call it the empowerment of acronyms, but it's the empowerment for parents that need to know. This is a very dangerous trend. It's not a news story in that these different codes have happened in years past, but they've gotten more aggressive. I mean, let's just say, okay, do you know what GNOC and PAL or WTTP mean?
I got no idea.
That's the exact question that everyone needs to have the answers to as parents. And I'm right there with you on the ages, by the way. So GNOC is Get Naked on Camera. Jeez. I know this is morning viewing.
Yeah, no. That's why we did it at 8:15. That's good.
Okay. And WTTP is Want to Trade Pictures. PAL, Parents are listening. But here's the big one that is the overall. KPC, Keep Parents Clueless. So,
wow.
As I said, this is not a new thing, but it's a new language and a new entirely set of codes that they try and keep parents unaware of.
And I was reading where they also use these emojis as symbols, right? That mean things that, give me some examples of these just in case I run across them.
Well, I'm not going to say what they mean. I will have the entire list, as probably y'all will,
right,
on your site later today.
Okay.
For example, the eggplant.
Okay.
And we're just going to leave that there.
The eggplant. I'll say the eggplant is from the male part, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And then there's a peach, although I believe that Apple at this point has gotten rid of the peach and made it look a little bit different.
Okay, good.
However, you know what? Here's the important thing. That parents need to be up to date on the current codes. And frankly, to be honest with you, they can change. This is just like slang language when we were kids. But the new terms change, and the texting lingo changes almost weekly. Wow. And a lot of times parents are completely clueless, and that's where we come in to empower parents and be aware of what's going on. Listen, I mean, if you're not monitoring your kids' phones and their social media, then you're missing out on an opportunity as a parent.
But I got a question about that. I had this conversation with a good friend of mine the other day who was kind of fighting through this with his son. I got a question about monitoring it. Maria Lucé's with us right now. TheEmpoweredMom.com is a website. Traffic First, Classic Chevrolet. Maria Lucé, a parenting expert, is with us right now. We're talking about sexting and some of the challenges that we face as parents with our kiddos. And you were talking about how you've got to check their phones. You got to monitor what they're doing. My question to my buddy who was fighting through this was, the problem, Maria, is if you go back and check their phone and find it, it's already happened. They've already seen it. Or they're using Snapchat and it's already gone. Maria?
But, that's, again, I call this an opportunity to connect with your kids and talk with your kids. However, then there's new language that comes up. And as parents, I believe that you must be monitoring what's happening on their social media. Now, again, okay, age appropriate, whether it's an 11-year-old or an 18-year-old, you should be having these conversations about what's appropriate early on. Why? Because remember, schools, colleges, employers are now taking all of this into account.
Yeah, they're monitoring it. They're monitoring all this social media.
It, and the kids think these, and a lot of parents think, well, it's put on Snapchat or Instagram, whatever platform they think it disappears. Guess what? It doesn't.
No.
People can take screenshots. You can do forensic digital analysis of things. And okay, so what's PIR? Parent and room. 1174, where to party at?
Yeah.
TDTM. I mean, all these talk dirty to me is that one.
Okay.
All of these things they're not all sexting, but a lot of them are very dangerous, and there's a lot of them that are like kill myself or kill yourself.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's scary stuff these days.
It is.
But there is some software and apps like Bark and things you can do. I will have a whole list of the entire graphic and terms and things that parents can actually utilize to be empowered and find out what's going on.
It's hard for let's close with this, Maria. It's hard for me to justify an 11, a 12, a 13-year-old having Snapchat. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to allow that. I mean, am I wrong?
I have to agree with you.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't off base here. All right, theempoweredmom.com is the website. Maria, we always appreciate the time. Thanks for the insight there.
Love
Scary
being
stuff.
With you. Love being with you.
All right, gal. We'll talk again.